Hello,
And welcome
to today's Telf English Podcast with Kersti
and Lila.
coming to you from Canada's beautiful East Coast.
It's time for a Telf English Podcast to learn so many things. Hey!
Telf podcasts match your daily telf.cz lessons and are a natural supplement to improving your English skills. For more information on what you hear today, transcripts of the podcast, and exercises to help improve your English, please visit www.telf.cz.
That's www.telf.cz. And be sure to tune in weekly for a new podcast.
Yes, that's right. We will be sharing brand new podcasts for your listening and learning pleasure once a week, and we invite you to join us for a chat.
Are you ready?
I am ready. Are you ready?
Yes.
Let's go! Telf Podcast, Episode 2. What is the house of your dreams, Lila?
The house of my dreams? Let me think about that. What was the house of your dreams when you were my age?
Well, my mother and I read a book called The Secret Garden when I was about your age, and after reading that, I wanted to live in an old stone English country manor. I still love stone houses, but I imagine they must be very difficult to heat, and the bigger the house, the more you have to clean. I do really love big old houses, though. Wooden ones especially. I also love mountain chalets, old farmhouses, log cabins in the forest, and seaside bungalows. I used to dream of living in a treehouse, too. Lately, I have been very impressed with the variety of environmentally friendly architecture and design becoming mainstream. I would love to live in a hobbit-like house, or a home built into the side of a hill with a green roof, perhaps.
A green roof? We have a green roof on our red house, though.
You're right. We do have a green shingle roof. What I mean is a live roof with plants and grasses. I love being surrounded by nature.
Oh, I know what you mean. Like the little cabin that your cousin has? That's kind of like a hobbit house and built into the side of a hill.
It is. I could most certainly live in there. And clay walls are becoming more and more popular. I wouldn't mind having clay walls. And I love live edge wooden furniture.
What do you mean by that?
Furniture that uses slabs of wood where the shape of the tree is preserved. You can see the contours of the trunk, sometimes even the bark. It is also called natural edge furniture.
Like we have in the garden?
Exactly. Sometimes it is more finished and polished than our garden furniture, but generally the same idea. Like the shelves in Pat's kitchen.
Yes, I remember those.
I'd also like to convert our home to wind or solar power. There is a lot of progress being made with renewable energy. Our power company already uses a lot of hydroelectricity, but I would like to be more independent. Tidal energy also has a lot of potential. Did you know that there is a tidal power plant in Nova Scotia? The Annapolis Royal Tidal Power Generating Station is the world's third biggest operating tidal power plant. It is the only tidal power plant in North America.
Cool. And since the Bay of Fundy has some of the highest tides in the world, I'll bet tidal power is going to get more and more popular.
I think you're right.
I think I know what my dream house is. Well, one of them. I have lots of dreams.
What is it?
Well, unlike my oldest brother who wants to live in a modern urban flat, I want to live in a little single-family home with a big garden so I can have beautiful flowers, grow my own vegetables, and have lots of room to play.
There are ways to plant a garden in a small urban flat, too. You just have to get a little creative in your garden design and use of space.
Sure. Well, I'll let Alex figure that out. If I want to be in the middle of the city, I can always visit him. Do you think he'll have a guest room in his flat?
I'm sure he'll let you sleep on the floor.
Hey!
I am sure he'll make room for you to visit.
And if he doesn't have room, I know my middle brother will, because he wants to own a horse farm with a barn and indoor arena and an outdoor riding ring. Maybe I could have a little house on his farm. That would be nice. Then I could help him take care of the horses, and I could have a dance studio in the barn.
Where would the horses live then?
Well, maybe I could have a dance studio in the attic of the barn. Do barns have attics?
Sometimes. Usually for storage, though. But I'll let you negotiate that with your brother. An attic studio actually sounds quite delightful to me. I love lofts, too.
Oh, yes. We'll have to have a loft in one of the bedrooms. In my house, I would have 3 bedrooms. One for me, one for you, and one guest room. But if I have guests and my brothers come to visit, they might have to sleep on the floor. I like an open concept living room so that I can cook but still talk to my guests and enjoy the fire. I'd like to have a fireplace or wood stove in my living room. The kitchen would be connected to the living room with a half wall or at least have a big opening in the wall. Or it could be completely open concept with an island or counter separating the space.
Sounds nice. I like that idea. Would the dining room also be part of the open concept?
Yes, that way we can all be together.
What if you wanted a little privacy?
Oh, well then I would go to my bedroom, or the attic, or the cellar, or the gazebo in the garden. I like a gazebo in the garden, and a pizza oven too.
I see. I would love to have a nice wine cellar.
Oh, you don't need a wine cellar, Mom. A root cellar is much more important, so we can store everything we grow in the garden.
You are a very smart girl. I do love attics. I miss having an attic. Growing up, I spent a lot of time in the attic, exploring all kinds of old treasures. There was a beautiful attic and also a very nice basement in my old house. I played there all the time.
There's no attic or basement in this house, but we have a lot of space in a big yard, so that's fine. Maybe I can just keep living here forever.
Maybe. We'll think about that.
Oh, and down the hall from my bedroom, I would have a big bathroom with a hot tub and sauna and a walk-in shower with side jets.
My goodness, you have some luxurious tastes.
Don't worry about it, Mom.
I'm not worried, as long as you let me come and visit.
Of course! You can come and live with me.
Why, thank you.
And I'll paint my house yellow. No, turquoise. No. I'm not sure. I'll think about that some more. But a nice, bright, happy color. Maybe I'll paint it rainbow. And we'll have to have some big trees to build a tree fort and hang a hammock. And it would be nice to be by a river or lake so we can go canoeing and kayaking and swimming.
What about the ocean?
Well, we already have the red house by the ocean, so we'll just have to keep that. Then we'll have lots of choices. See what I'm saying?
I suppose I do. Do I need to buy a lottery ticket?
That's not a bad idea, Mom.
Okay. Or maybe you can just get a starring role in a Hollywood blockbuster film.
That's a good idea too.
Okay, then. It's good to dream big. But you know what?
What?
We're very lucky to have a house and a summer cottage. And as long as we're warm and dry and happy and together, I think I could live anywhere.
Me too.
What do you say we try to build a tiny house next summer where all of us can go to get a little rest and relaxation?
Great idea. Let's start drawing up the plans right now.
Okay. Grab your pencil. And that brings us to the end of today's podcast.
Thank you for listening.
Your support means a lot to us here at Telf.
If you enjoyed today's podcast, please share.
And we always welcome your feedback. You can find us at www.telf.cz and at Telf Podcasts on Facebook and Instagram.
This is Lila.
And Kersti signing off.
Have a great day. We'll see you next week. I hope you had fun. You are unique. Keep on practicing a word a day. Don't quit now. Just say hooray.
Hooray! Keep up the great work, everybody. And let's chat again next week.
Bye.
Bye. The voices you heard on today's podcast are that of Lila Tuckwriter, aged 9, and myself, Kersti Tuckwriter. Music was performed by Mika Jordan, aged 13. The first and final pieces are traditional Irish tunes, while the second fiddle tune was composed by Mika himself. Thanks also goes to our sound engineer, Jamie Jordan. Everybody knows that your language skills get better and better the more you practice. Pronunciation can be a challenge sometimes, and there are many different dialects in English. Lila and I are going to help you practice your pronunciation with our Canadian dialects by including the words from every week's lesson at the end of the associated podcast, so that you can practice saying the words out loud. When you hear these words starting, just repeat after us. I'll say the word once, you can repeat after me, then Lila will say the word and repeat after Lila. It's a quick and easy way to practice, and nobody is perfect, so we won't say practice makes perfect, but it sure does help to make things permanent. So let's make up a new idiom today and call it practice makes permanent. Lesson 2 vocabulary. House.
House.
Flat.
Flat.
Bedroom.
Bedroom.
Living room.
Living room.
Kitchen.
Kitchen.
Cellar.
Cellar.
Attic.
Attic.
Hall.
Hall.
Sleep.
Sleep.
Cook.
Cook.
Play.
Play.
Garden.
Garden.